This is a fairly simple X-Wing fighter. It's Star Wars is always popular, and this is one of the or spaceships, I should say, that's fairly simple to make and recognizable. I've got just 4 balloons. I've got a white 260, and what I've done is reverse inflated this about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, tied it off really close to that. That's all we're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and trim that excess off because that's all we're going to need there. This is going to be our R2 trade. Then I've got a clear 260 that I've inflated about 4 or so inches of it. Then 2 grays. I've got a gray 160 with about 2.5 to 3 inches uninflated on the end, and then a gray 260 with about 6 inches uninflated on the end of it. We're going to start, we're actually going to need both of our grays to start here, because what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 260. We're going to make a tulip twist on the end. So I'm going to take and just push the knot in to make a basic tulip twist. And then to make sure that tulip twist doesn't get away from me, I'm going to go ahead and grab my 160, and I'm going to take the nozzle in and wrap it around the base of that tulip twist so that will stay. Now I'm going to make a very small bubble in the 260. You can see that that's actually not much larger around than the diameter of the 160. It's a very small bubble there. Then we're going to come up and make about a hand width or 4-inch bubble, followed by a pair of pinch twists. Just like that. So I've got a little small bubble, about a 4-inch bubble, and a pair of pinch twists. Then I need 2 more 4-inch bubbles. I'm going to go down and come back up. So I'll make my first 4-inch bubble, and then I'm going to twist those 2 together, and then make my next 4-inch bubble, and come back up to the 2 pinch twists like that. And this is a bit long. I'm going to make about a 6 or a 7-inch bubble, pop off the excess, get the air out of that, and just tie that off right there. And then trim that really close. There's the beginning of the body of our X-Wing fighter. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my clear, and I'm going to twist the nozzle end around the back end where that little bubble is. And then I'm going to bring it up, squeeze a little bit, lay it up until it comes up and meets up with that pinch twist there. Twist it in like that. That's going to be our canopy. This excess we're going to pop off and remove. Just like that. There's the front half of our X-Wing fighter. Now we need to make our wings, or X-Wings. I'm going to make about a 4-finger bubble, followed by a little small round bubble, and then another 4-finger bubble. Now this obviously started at the back of where the tulip twist is. Now I'm going to take this end of the second bubble I just made and come up to the front here on the other side of the little round bubble in the 260. Lock that around. There's basically 1 wing there. Now we're going to repeat that 3 more times. So there's a 4-finger bubble, a little small round bubble, and another 4-finger bubble. And this time, since we started up at the front end of that little bubble, we're going to twist into the back by the tulip twist. And that gives them a little bit of shape. And then we're going to make our third one. 4-finger bubble, little round bubble, another 4-finger bubble. And again, twisting it to the opposite end of where it started. Make sure that's in there really good. And then 1 more time, another 4-finger bubble, small round bubble, 1 more 4-finger bubble, and then back up and back in. And we just lost one. Fortunately, I have enough excess here to replace that. So just tuck that loose end in and then make another one. 4-finger bubble, a little bubble, and then come back in again. Now this excess I'm going to pop off, wrap around a time or 2, pack it up inside there out of the way, and then let's straighten up our wings here. And you can see you could stop there. There's your basic X-Wing fighter. But of course, it needs this R2 droid. So I'm going to take that little bit of 160 or 260 white that I had and just twist it in right here behind the canopy. Put that up inside there. And then if you twist your droid around, kind of to the opposite direction, make sure you don't time twist it. It'll pull it in snug so it'll sit down in there. And now you've got a little R2 droid to help navigate your X-Wing fighter. And there's your nice little X-Wing fighter.